Welcome back to my channel. I'm James. Today we're going to be doing a top upcoming 4K Ultra HD releases video here. And this is one of those fun series where I dive into exciting and top titles that are coming out over the next several months, with some special announcements of things coming out much later this year, and share a bunch of these titles that I'm getting in for review, things that are going to be upcoming, and exciting announcements to let you know about ones that you're going to want to pre-order or order and add to your collections. Now, we've got a lot of titles to cover in today's video, so let's dive right into this. Now, starting off with May 16th. This is coming up here very soon, in about a week and a half from when I'm filming this. We're getting some really exciting 4K releases. Now, I recently talked about in my most wanted and upcoming movies from the 1970s video, and there's a bunch in that video series of things that I announced that studios let me know that are being worked on, but we're gonna be getting The Longest Yard, and I talked about that in that video series. And that's coming from Paramount and Kino Lorber. Now, this is the original 1974 sports comedy classic. It's a really fun film, and we're getting that with a new 4K restoration on 4K Ultra HD from Paramount and Kino Lorber. Now, Kino Lorber did reach out to me and let me know that that is coming to me early for review, so I will be getting that in to do my exclusive and advanced review on that, to let you know my thoughts on it, do all the testing analysis on that. So that's a really exciting 4K that's coming up. Continuing on May 16th, I'm hugely excited about the Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 1 on 4K Ultra HD. Now, I originally talked about this in the new and upcoming video series. I did a review actually, which Paramount had sent me that several weeks in advance, of the Blu Ray set of Season 1. Now, I'm planning and hoping to do actually a 4K versus Blu Ray image comparison between the Blu Ray set that I already reviewed in that video and the upcoming 4K release. In that 4K release, it was a limited edition SteelBook, and a lot of people were complaining because they said, well, some of those sold out. Well, I can tell you there's some good news. It's actually going to come out in a standard 4K case a little while after that as well, and I'll post all of those direct links for anything that I talk about in this video series. Every single one of these that I'm giving you announcements about, any of the links that are available for pre-ordering or buying, I will post them all in the description section and as a pinned comment in the comment section below. I've done all of the work for you, gone out and gathered all of these together, so if you're wanting to pre-order any of these, just go down to those description sections right below this video, or as the pinned comment in the comment section below. It takes you straight out there to order yours. It never costs you a penny extra when you click on those links. It's on sale for the same prices everywhere, but I've done all of that work for you and gathered all of those links together for you right down there below. Now, the standard case for Star Trek Strange New Worlds on 4K is coming out on June 6th. So it's not too long after this SteelBook release that I'm going to be reviewing comes out. Same disc, same content, just a different case. So if you missed out on the SteelBook and you didn't get to pre-order that, you can actually get the standard edition case on 4K, which I'll link that below, as well as the SteelBook, but that's available then as well on June 6th. Now, on May 16th, we're also getting one of my favorite remakes, The Italian Job from 2003. It's got Mark Wahlberg in it. It was a really fun remake that I really think held up well and is an enjoyable film today, even to watch with all the special effects that are available now. That film had a lot of practical effects that held up well, and that's why I really enjoy that film. That's coming out on 4K Ultra HD, and that's one I'm looking forward to reviewing here on this YouTube channel, and it is one that's a fun movie. We're also getting Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantummania. That's the 2023 Ant-Man Marvel Cinematic Universe movie on 4K. I have not seen that film yet. I kind of got slightly burnt out of a lot of Marvel Cinematic Universe films after a while. I just haven't dived into some of their more recent ones. I didn't see the latest Thor movie in theaters, and it's kind of one of those things. I just have other films that I was more interested in at the time. I'm sure I'm going to check out Ant-Man and the Wasp. It is one of those. I did like the Ant-Man movies, but that one's coming out on 4K as well. Rounding out May 16th is Operation Fortune. This is a Guy Ritchie film. I really like him as a director. It's I feel like he does a lot of like kinetic action in his films, and I've always enjoyed most of his films. Some of them are better than others, but this is one of those I have not had a chance to check out yet, but that's coming out on 4K Ultra HD as well, and that's the 2023 film, so I'm excited to check out that one. Now, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to go down there, give this video a like and a thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. Just like with this video and all of the advanced exclusive reviews I do here on my YouTube channel, you never want to miss out on any of this exclusive or early content. So make sure to go down there, give this video a like and a thumbs up for me, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. Moving ahead to May 23rd, we're getting the Shazam 2, the sequel, and that's the 2023 Shazam movie that actually kind of didn't do very well at the box office. Now, I didn't get to go see it in theaters. As I said, I've been extremely busy going through reviewing everything. I've kind of missed out on kind of going to a lot of things at the cinemas lately because of how many things I've been reviewing and analyzing and doing all this work here on my YouTube channel for all of you, that it's kind of limited my time. I've had to be very specific with the time I take making these and then spending time with my kids and my family, and it's just kind of hard mishmashing it all together, and I haven't had time to go to the cinemas, so that was one of them I missed out on. Now, I really enjoyed the original Shazam, so I'm assuming I'm gonna like Shazam 2. I'm just wondering why it did so poorly at the box office. I haven't read the reviews other than seeing some brief things saying it didn't do well. So I'll be curious to check that out for myself and see what my thoughts are on the film itself. We're also getting on May 23rd, Creed 3. Now this is a kind of offshoot of the Rocky boxing movies. And if you've seen any of the Creed movies before this, obviously Sylvester Stallone was in the earlier ones. But this is kind of continuing the story without Sylvester Stallone's character, going in a slightly different direction without Sylvester Stallone, obviously these Rocky movies, but still having an influence on them. Now, will I say I like the Creed movies as much as I like the original Rocky movies? No. And if you want to check out my thoughts on the original Rocky movie collection that came out on 4K Ultra HD, I did my exclusive image comparisons of the 4Ks versus the original Blu Ray releases. You can check out that review video here on this YouTube channel right now. I did get that in about a week to a week and a half early before the release date, and I went through and dived through that, and I do really enjoy Rocky, and I do think that the Rocky movies, even though they had some issues on them, they're still an enjoyable upgrade, and enough of an upgrade that it did make it a worthwhile addition to the collection. But if you want to check out that review video, it's available right now here on this YouTube channel. Now, continuing on May 23rd here, we are getting Brotherhood of the Wolf. It's a brand new 4K restoration from Shout and Scream Factory. Now, I'm not really a fan of the film myself, but I thought I'd mention it because it is a big title that a lot of people have been asking about. So that's when it's actually releasing and will be available. That link is listed down below if you want to pre-order it. The big title that I'm hugely excited for on May 23rd, which is my top title coming out on May 23rd that I am hugely excited for, is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Now, this is a Terry Gilliam comedy, just out there, just one of those films I really can't put in a single box. I can't really call it a single comedy, drama, dramedy, just it's a really zany movie, but it's got some unique performances by Benicio del Toro and by Johnny Depp. I've really always thought the film is a very unique kind of like drug trip movie, just kind of going out there, blow your mind out type film. It is getting a brand new 4K restoration on 4K Ultra HD from Arrow Video. It's a limited edition set. That is already coming to me early for review. I'll be diving into that, doing the review here on my YouTube channel, letting you know if the quality's worth the money. As a lot of you know, a lot of these Arrow Video limited edition sets are expensive. So it's always curious how it's gonna hold up quality-wise, if it's worth the money for it, but I'll be doing that review here on my YouTube channel. That's one I'm hugely excited to check out. I am hoping it is a good release from Arrow Video, but that is one that's coming out that's a big release on 4K. Now, on May 30th, we're getting some big titles. We're getting Rainman from 1988 with Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman. I've always loved this film, and it is one of those that's getting a brand new 4K restoration. That's one that I am planning on doing a 4K versus Blu-ray image comparison of here on my YouTube channel. Let you know what the quality of it is, how it looks, and if it's worth getting. But that's one I'm excited to check out. I'm really hoping that it's a good job because some of MVD's previous releases on 4K, I had previously reviewed the Swamp Thing sequel, and it was not great. It was very poor. So I'll be curious to see how they do with another big title, if it's something that I can recommend and say is a great release, or if it's something that's going to turn out poorly. We'll just have to find out when that arrives for a review, but that's one I am excited for. Now, we're also going to get Thelma and Louise from 1991. That's coming out from Criterion Collection. That's one I'll be interested to check out and see how the quality of that is. Now, I will be honest with you, Criterion does not send anything to any reviewers early for review. It's just what they do for everybody. It's across the board. It doesn't matter who you are. They simply don't send anything for review. A lot of the times with Criterion Collection, I personally think they're released at too high of a price tag compared to what everyone else releases their 4K releases. So a lot of the times, I just don't do early reviews of theirs or pre-order theirs. I usually try to wait for Criterion to have a sale. So we'll have to see what I decide to do about that, because the problem with them is with how many things I get in for review that studios do send me, or other things that there are things that I pre-order, it's just Criterion I think are slightly overpriced, but that's just my personal opinion. I usually just try to wait for a sale for their releases. Now, we're also getting the 1955 The Night of the Hunter from Kino Lorber. This is a brand new 4K restoration that's coming out on 4K. Now, Kino Lorber did let me know they're sending that to me early for review as well, so I will be getting that in, doing my exclusive analysis, letting you know how the quality of that one is. I'm curious to see how that one is and how it turns out. Kino Lorber has been having a pretty good track record, but that is one I will be doing an advanced review here on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure to go down there, give this video a like and a thumbs up for me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of this content, and hit that bell notification. Another huge title that's coming out on May 30th that I am really looking forward to is The Last Starfighter from 1984. Now, as most of you know, if you followed my YouTube channel for a while, I reviewed The Last Starfighter many years ago on Blu Ray from Arrow Video. And then in my most wanted and upcoming 80s movies on 4K Ultra HD video series, I announced that Arrow Video was working on a 4K restoration and release for The Last Starfighter on 4K Ultra HD. And in that video series, I talked about a bunch of them that studios let me know they're working on. Last Starfighter was one of them that I knew was being worked on. It's finally coming out, and I am thrilled that it's coming out. Now, I'm going to be diving into that here very soon, doing my exclusive 4K versus Blu-ray image comparison to let you know how it compares to the Blu-ray release I own of Arrow Video's release on Blu-ray of The Last Starfighter. And it is one of those that I absolutely love from the 80s. I am a child of the 80s, and that film I am so thrilled is finally coming out on 4K. I knew it was being worked on, as I mentioned in that 80s video. I knew they were working on it. I just didn't have the exact time frame for when it was releasing originally. Now we know when it's coming out, and I am so excited. Once I get to dive into and do my exclusive analysis, I'll let you know the quality of it and if it's worth buying. Another title that's coming out is the 1991 The People Under the Stairs. This is one of those classic horror with slight sci-fi elements mixed into it. It's a really fun film that I will say I enjoy. That one I will be getting in, and I am planning on doing a review on that as well, the 4K Ultra HD release. Though keep in mind, because of how many titles are coming out on May 30th, I'm not even done with May 30th yet. There's so many titles coming out that some of these might be a little delayed. It depends on when they arrive. I just start working on the reviews as soon as the studios get them to me. So I do them as they arrive and try to work on them as fast as I can to get them done. But as most of you know, I don't like to shortcut or cut out any of my work because I want to make sure I give you the honest and accurate reviews of what the quality of these are. That's why these take me so long to dive into and analyze. But that is one I will be getting in as well. Another huge horror title that I'm a huge fan of is The Haunting from 1999. This is one of those horror films that I really enjoyed. I like the special effects in it. It wasn't over the top, but it was a fun time. Well, I've actually bought the Blu-ray numerous editions of it, and I got the Paramount Presents Blu-ray, which I thought that was going to be the last iteration of it. But surprise, surprise, Shout Factory and Scream Factory are releasing it on 4K Ultra HD. Kind of surprised Paramount didn't do it themselves, but it is what it is. I am getting that one in, and I am planning on doing a review on that one as well. We're still on May 30th here too, so this is a massive day for 4K releases. Another classic film from 1963 is The Nutty Professor with Jerry Lewis. Now this is a Paramount Presents 4K Ultra HD limited edition release. Now, I've done a lot of these Paramount Presents 4K limited edition releases reviews here on my YouTube channel. If you haven't checked out like Red Eye, I did that. So they've kind of had a rough history. There's been some that have been good, and there have been some that have been not so good, and there's been some that have been okay. So I will say I'm excited to check out The Nutty Professor, and here's why. As Paramount Presents has progressed, their releases have gotten much better each one they've done. So, like I was talking about with Red Eye, if you haven't checked out that review yet, you'll want to go check out that here on my YouTube channel. It got much better than the ones before it. So I'm hoping The Nutty Professor is a continuation in getting better with their releases. And so that's one I'm going to be excited to check out. Finishing out May 30th, we're going to get 65. Now 65 is a dinosaur, sci-fi, futuristic, kind of a mismatch of Jurassic Park with kind of like aliens, but the dinosaurs being the aliens, the chasing and the story and the sci-fi elements. I didn't get to watch the film yet, but to be honest with you, I am a sucker for dinosaur movies because my sons love Jurassic Park. So anything dinosaurs we watch. There's some good, there's some bad. I'm curious to check out this film just because I think it's a cool idea of a sci-fi element of dinosaurs in the future. So I'm very curious to check out that film, but that's rounding out May 30th, and that is the 2023 film. Now, as I said, any of these you want to pre-order, they're all listed below. Now, any of these titles that you're excited for, that you're interested about, or that you didn't know about and that you're excited that I announced here, start that conversation in the comment section below. Let me know what of these you're excited about or that you're interested in. Next up, we have June 20th. This is a massive day also for releases. We're going to be getting the 1998 film Ronin, the John Frankenheimer action thriller classic that I absolutely love, and I own the previous Arrow Video limited edition release on Blu Ray. This is coming though from Kino Lorber, and they're doing a brand new 4K restoration with brand new color grading. I am excited to dive into that. Now, Kino Lorber did let me know they are sending that to me early for review for me to dive into and analyze and do my exclusive 4K versus the original Blu-ray release. I'm going to be comparing it to the Arrow Video limited edition Blu-ray release that I already own to let you know how it compares. And I can tell you that film I absolutely love. And I actually talked about it and announced it in my most wanted 90s films on 4K Ultra HD. If you want to check out that video, there's numerous videos in that video series, and it's a very popular video series. A lot of people constantly ask me to do more of them because I share a lot of these hidden things that I find out are being announced, that are coming up, things that studios and companies reach out to me to let me know, hey, these are being worked on. I share a lot of hidden announcements in that video series, but you'll want to check out that video series as well. Continuing June 20th, we're getting Bruce Lee at Golden Harvest, the limited edition Arrow Video 4K Ultra HD restorations and releases. This is a massive box set. It's extremely expensive, to be honest with you, but that is already being sent to me for review. That should arrive hopefully before the release date. Because it comes from the UK, it does take longer with all of the import and everything else, but it should be getting here hopefully before the release date. I'll be diving into that, doing my analysis, letting you know what the quality of that box set is. And it has 5 of Bruce Lee's films in it that are brand new 4K restorations with a bunch of cuts of the films that have never been released before. I am thrilled about that box set. I am hoping it turns out well, but you'll want to stay tuned to this YouTube channel because that will be one that I'll be doing here for a future review, and it's a very exciting title. Continuing with June 20th, we're getting the Manchurian Candidate. This is the 1962 classic, I don't know what I would call it, political espionage with some sci-fi elements, thriller. It's a really fun movie and a really good classic film, but this is coming out from Kino Lorber. This is another big title that Kino Lorber let me know. They're sending it to me early for review, so I will be diving into that one to let you know my thoughts, do all of my analysis on that. That's a big one that I'm excited to check out. I've always enjoyed that film. We're also getting 2 more classic Tom Cruise films finally on 4K Ultra HD. I announced these previously in numerous videos before, but we're getting The Firm on 4K Ultra HD, and we're also getting Vanilla Sky on 4K Ultra HD. Now, Vanilla Sky is one of those trippy sci-fi head games that I've always really enjoyed watching. The Firm, and the film is one of those slick thrillers. Tom Cruise is great in both of them. He has a great supporting cast in them. Gene Hackman was great in The Firm. But I love both those films. I'm really hoping Paramount does a good job with those releases because I wasn't blown away with the previous releases of Vanilla Sky on Blu-ray. They had numerous things that I don't know. There was things that they should have done a better job on, and I just wasn't thrilled with the previous releases. So I'm really hoping that Vanilla Sky gets a whole better transfer on that 4K release. But those are also some huge releases that I'm planning on reviewing here on my YouTube channel. Rounding out the date, we're also getting Super Mario Bros., the 2023 animated movie. I'm excited to check that one out because my kids love those types of films. I love the animation style that they do with it from Illumination. And so I'll be thrilled to check out that one. I'm not sure if I'll have time to do that as a review on this channel. I'm going to try to fit it in if I can get it in. But as you've probably noticed, each day coming out here towards the end of May and June is just stacked. We're talking stacked with 4K releases that I don't even know that I have enough time to do all of them, but I'm going to do my best for all of you, as I always do, to try to do as many of these as I possibly can. Maybe do some compilation review videos where I do maybe 3 titles together, because it takes too long to try to do them all individually. We'll see what I can do for all of you. I'm going to try to do my best. Now, moving ahead to June 27th, I'm going to break my rule here. This video is about 4K Ultra HD releases, but there's one release coming out on June 27th that I had to talk about. It is one of those Blu-ray releases that I don't care if you only collect 4Ks, you're gonna wanna know about this, and it's one of those that's extremely limited. I'm gonna put the direct link down there below, but I'm gonna warn you right now, it is a limited edition release, extremely limited. That means just like with the Superman review, you know, I did the Superman review here on my YouTube channel about 3 weeks before the release date. When I did that review, it actually sold out many weeks before it even came out. So I did that review and then it sold out like, I don't know, a few days after I even did that review, and people couldn't get the SteelBook release because of how limited it was. This is one of those releases. It's called Enter the Video Store, Empire of Screams. This is 5 films, 7 cuts, fully restored, remastered on Blu-ray. Now, some of these have been released, and like Shout Factory did like some limited edition releases. They went out of print. They're extremely expensive, like Robot Jocks. I've seen that go on eBay for like $200 to $300 sometimes. And that is one of those that the Scream and Shout Factory release was okay. But this is getting a brand new restoration and remaster on Blu-ray. I'm excited to see how this is gonna look. And this is one of those releases that I'm warning you right now is extremely limited. It comes in a big box, as you're seeing in the pictures above. It comes with a big book, comes with 5 Blu-ray discs, and these are films that are 80s classics from 1984 to 1989. And the films in the box set are The Dungeon Master, Dolls, Cellar Dweller, Arena, and Robot Jocks. So it's like horror, sci-fi, mysteries, all mashed together. They're fun films. They're things that if you were like me and went to the video store like the Blockbuster or Hollywood Video growing up, or any like mom and pop rental video stores, these were on the shelves. They were like those types of films that were real genre pieces that have built a huge cult following. And I love each one for how unique they were. They are just some films that you sit back and you just have a great time watching them that can't be replicated nowadays. And they are classic 80s films, and I'm so excited they're being released in this huge box set. Now, I am getting it in early for review here on this YouTube channel. It is being sent early for review, so I'll be diving into that to let you know my thoughts on it. So I will post that direct link down in the description section and as a pinned comment in the comment section below. Another title from the 80s that I absolutely love is Creepshow from 1982. I love that film. It's actually coming out on 4K Ultra HD on the same June 27th, and that's coming from Scream and Shout Factory, and that's one I am planning on doing a review here on this YouTube channel as well. Love that like horror. It's got like some sci-fi mystery elements. It's just a fun movie. Continuing amazing 80s films, we're getting National Lampoon's Vacation from 1983. This is the 40th anniversary release that's coming out during Warner Brothers' 100th anniversary. Now, I did announce this as well. It was being worked on by Warner Brothers, and I knew this was coming out, and this was something they were working on for this year's release. And I'm planning on getting that in early for review to let you know the status of that one as well. Another big sci-fi end-of-the-world film that I've always really enjoyed is Kevin Costner's Waterworld. I can tell you something interesting here. Arrow Video is releasing a brand new 4K restoration on 4K Ultra HD of Waterworld from 1995 that's coming in a limited edition box set on June 27th. Now, here's what's interesting. Universal Studios originally released it on 4K originally. This is a brand new work that Arrow Video is doing. It is not supposedly the discs that were released by Universal originally on 4K. They're doing a bunch of work also for the extended cuts and obviously putting all of them in a limited edition box set. I will be getting that in early for review here on my YouTube channel. I'm going to do a comparison versus this Universal 4K Ultra HD release to let you know the quality of it, how it compares to this. And I'm going to do a 4K versus 4K image comparison here on my YouTube channel. That's another huge exclusive thing that you'll only ever find to watch here on my YouTube channel. And that's where I go in, I take the data off of both 4K discs, show them side by side, let you know the testing data, and which one of them comes out the winner. But I am a huge fan of Arrow Video's limited edition releases themselves. Now, does it mean that everyone has the best video quality or sound quality? No, I just like the boxes they use. But that never influences or affects my review scores. Just because I like the boxing that someone uses doesn't change that their quality of the video or the sound quality might be poor. And I always share that. If you followed me here for a long time, you know, doesn't matter that I like the boxing of something, I take my fandom out of it and I stick to the data. What does it look like? What does it sound like? And is it worth you spending your money on it? And that's one that I'm curious, is it gonna be worth the price of admission for that Arrow video box set? Because a lot of people already own this Universal disc and it's pretty darn cheap. I'll put this Universal disc down below if you do want to order this. I'll also put the limited edition Arrow video one that's coming out on 4K. But if I were you and you don't own this yet, I would wait until you watch my review to determine which one, because even if this one only costs you 10 bucks, it's still, you could save that 10 bucks and put it towards the Arrow video one if it's worth buying. But I'll let you know that in that video. That's one that I'm really excited for because I like Waterworld. It's a cheesy sci-fi end of the world film, but man, was the budget huge. And man, I really used to like that Universal show they had of Waterworld. And I don't know, it's just growing up during that time period and going to the video store and renting it. It just has some nostalgia for me. Now, in this video series, I always want to give you something really shocking and surprising. This is one of those films that in this video series, I always throw something special at the end of it. Here is one that I just heard about from the studio, actually just today. Is coming out on 4K Ultra HD later this year around September. That's the goal that they're shooting for. Now, it's going to be based on if they can get it printed on time and everything like that, because it's always based on the disc manufacturing. So they said to understand the release date may shift closer or it may shift farther out from the studio, they said, depending on once they finalize when their discs are being printed. So this is a Bronx Tale. This is one of those just really good gangster, I've always enjoyed this film. It had a very limited release on Blu Ray. I owned the previous Blu Ray. It was only in certain territories around the world. It was not released standard in the US. It was actually in Australia. That's the Blu Ray release that I own. And it's one of those films that is very underrated. A lot of people have not checked it out. If you like those like gangster, like Carlito's Way, Scarface, Godfather, it has elements of all different elements combined together. I've always enjoyed it. Robert De Niro is very good in the film, and it's one of those that I've always recommended to folks if they haven't checked it out to go check it out. It's coming out with a brand new 30th anniversary 4K restoration on 4K Ultra HD. And like I said, from the studio right now, they're shooting for a September release date, but I'll put the pre-order link down below. I do already have the pre-order link for you as well. I'll put that down in the description section right below. I'm a big gangster film fan, as most of you know if you've checked out my Godfather 4K review. Paramount Studios had reached out to me about 2 weeks before the release date and sent that to me for review. And as most of you know, if you've checked out that review, that was a huge release and was a very exciting release on 4K. There's some people that dislike elements because they say, well, hey, it had a slightly different color grading, but according to Godfather master himself, Francis Ford Coppola, that is exactly how he wanted it to look. So that was a good release and I was excited for that one, and it was a great addition to the collection. This one I'm hoping turns out great. A Bronx Tale would be a very exciting one as well. Make sure if you're going to pre-order any of these, every single one of these I talked about in this video, I put all those links down there below. If there's any of them that aren't available yet, I'll come back and update this video and add them, but most of these are available and I put those links down there below for you to go down there and pre-order. So if you want any of these and these are you're excited about, you can go down and pre-order through those links I posted down there below. Make sure to start the conversation in the comment section below. Let me know what of these titles you're excited for. As always, if you enjoy all the time, hard work, and my heart and soul I put into every single one of these videos, make sure to join my Collectors VIP Club. It always costs you less than a couple of bucks every month, so not much of anything. Probably you have that much money sitting in the seats of your car and coins. But that drastically makes a difference in me being able to continue to create this content here on my YouTube channel. I'm not sponsored and I'm not paid by anybody. It's only through you, my viewers and subscribers' support that I could always continue to do this. So make sure if you enjoy all my time and my hard work I put into every one of these videos, make sure to join my Collectors VIP Club. All of my current Collectors VIP Club members, you truly do make a world of difference, and I just want to say thank you as always from the bottom of my heart. You truly do make a difference, and I can't thank you enough because that's how I can continue to do this. If If you haven't done so yet, make sure to give this video a like and a thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. As always, I truly hope every single one of you have a blessed day. I've always got something new, early, and exciting coming out very soon.